Hi, I'm Patrick.
And I'm Liv.
And this is the Mach-E vlog. We're coming to you from this super cool charging station by Rove Charging. It's in Santa Ana, California, and you can see behind us, there's lots of chargers. There's a car wash, there's a fresh market, there's a lounge. We're gonna take you on a tour.
So let's go. If you've watched us for a little while, you might recognize the name Rove because we have hung out with them at a bunch of different events as they've been gearing up to unveil their first amazing charging location, their flagship, I guess. How long have we been seeing them? Probably the whole time.
At least a couple of years. So it isn't just like they're throwing it up and putting a bunch of chargers in the ground. There's been a lot of thought put in this, a lot of preparation and planning, and we're super excited.
And they've been super involved with the community out here. They've really researched us and they've made a fantastic facility. We're getting a sneak peek. We're going to be traveling during the grand unveiling, so it's not entirely ready yet, but I'm so excited that we get to look at it now before it gets in use.
So let's go take a look.
Yeah.
So if you haven't counted already, there are 40 charging stations here. There's 28 SuperChargers. There are V4 stalls with MagicDocks, so that's super cool. If you haven't seen our videos, we've used a couple of these type of Tesla SuperChargers. We'll take a look because there's a couple over here, and then we'll get to the just straight CCS stations. But the V4s are very cool because they have a lot longer cables. I'll show you on this one. Let's see, there we go. And I got the MagicDock out here as well. If you have noticed, it looks exactly like the Tesla adapter that Ford is sending out, Rivian sending out, and GM is sending out. Train's coming by, and now the train passed. But you'll see like these cables are quite a bit longer. So if we were parked here, it'd be a lot easier to plug in with this. And of course, it is capable of up to 250 kilowatts. But we're going to go down here for CCS cars. These are 180 kilowatt chargers. There's quite a few CCS ports here, but each one of these is very easily accessible, basically doing like a tap and pay type system. But there's also a Rove app that is going to be coming out very, very soon. Check in the Play Store, the App Store, or whatever. And we're going to keep coming down here because there's just a whole row of these. I won't go all the way down, but there is a CHAdeMO down there for all of you Nissan Leaf owners. We are still borrowing Kyle's Leaf, if you're wondering. So if we could actually make it here, I think it's just outside of our range, we could come down here and charge. But if you want a little bit higher power, they do have a couple of 350 kilowatt stations down here. By the way, this is one of Rove's cars. This is a nice, beautiful Mach-E. There's our Mach-E down there.
Infinite blue.
It's not infinite blue.
Is it vapor blue?
It's vapor.
Oh,
yeah.
Christus.
So anyways, these are all ABB, and these are the ABB 350s that look probably pretty familiar to you, but these are just installed. Very cool to see that they do have the 350 options for us. The 180s would probably be fine 9 times out of 10. And I guess we'll go ahead and point out that we do have the CHAdeMOs here that we were just talking about. And then this is one I'm gonna switch and let Liv talk about this because ADA is always the thing she gets to talk about.
I guess I do. I'm so glad that they have a good ADA. Now, perhaps you watched one of our recent videos. We were at an Electrify America in Colorado Springs. Was that it?
It was a Circle K in Colorado City.
That's what it was. And their ADA charger was completely inaccessible. So I love this. This is so accessible. Everything's low. So if you're in a wheelchair, it's easily accessible. And this is not blocking anything. So if the driver is ADA, they can get out of their vehicle and come here and get the charging cable, get the handle, and pay for their charging all in one go. Now this is over here, but I did test that like when you take it out, it's not too bad getting it around. There's always going to be a little bit, but this is really a fantastic solution. And they do have ADA charging on the Tesla side too. I think they have actually 4.
They have a couple over here. Those are only to ADA. But then on the other side, we're going to go show you some of the other amenities that they have here. But still focusing on ADA, like one of the things to note is, like if you use your wheelchair, I'm going to try to not get the sun glare on you, but the path leads directly over to the lounge area over there and the market. So we've seen some other ADA installations where they have an ADA spot, but you got to hop up on a curb, and you can't do that if you have a wheelchair. So nice that they've thought about that. There's squeegees. We'll show you some of those in a second, but like they have trash cans, recycling cans.
And this is really awesome. They have free vacuums. So we already asked them that anyone could use it. So if someone were to sneak in, they could use the vacuum. But this is amazing that this is here. So if you want to clean out your vehicle, you can vacuum for free.
And also on the same installation here, if you need to put air in your tire, they have air compressors as well. And then of course down here, the squeegees that I was referring to. So just little details like that. And you can see more trash cans down the way here. All the power, of course, is over on the back side. We won't go back there. They're delineated right now with some temporary fencing. And of course, the other cool thing, we have solar panels here. Now, I'm sure somebody's going to point out these solar panels won't produce enough electricity to power high-powered 250 kilowatt, 180 kilowatt, 350 kilowatt chargers, but it helps. It helps to, maybe offset some of the electricity that's needed by the shop over there. And Liv has something to say.
I'm just so happy. You guys know how I feel about this. Us EV owners driving around with dirty windows because we don't have access to squeegee. So
no more stopping at the gas station just to clean your window.
Exactly. None of that. Now, speaking about cleaning your vehicle, there's something extra cool that they have here. Super awesome. Is this at any other charging station?
I don't know. I haven't seen any. I'm going to show you the sign here. So there, it also, there's a pump pad somewhere over around there.
I think they have a pump pad in the front and in the back. This is our first walkthrough, and they're not entirely open yet, so we can update it, and we'll do an updated one as well once they're totally open. But car wash, oh my gosh.
Nice car wash here. And you see the brushes, or you may not be able to, but there are brushes in there. But there is a way to set the option up so that you can do a brushless car wash, which of course is what we all want to do if we want to protect our paint. And Liv's going to go in. I'm going to go ahead and start it right now.
Turn it on. No shower for me. It's really cool that they actually use biodegradable soap and reclaimed water in this. So awesome. I kind of feel like we need to go for a car wash. The car is dirty. I love that we could come charge here and get a clean car at the same time. Awesome.
I wish these, I'm excited for these to expand, because our car is over there. It's nice and dirty. Like when we go on road trips, we want to charge, and it'd be nice to actually clean our car every once in a while. We're going to take a sneak peek in here now. As we were saying, they are under construction. Not under construction, but like putting the final touches on everything. So you guys can come in and take a look, but just remember, a lot of things are going to be finally assembled and the products are going to be put in. But look at this.
Perfect timing. Hide. So this is their lounge area.
Lounge area, train horn. Really nice little setup here. I wanted to point this part out. I think this is really neat. So there's like a little table here with power. So if you needed to come in, do a meeting, you could literally work here while you're watching your car charge, and just sort of keeping an eye on things if you're a little bit worried about security.
And by the way, to point out the power, so Rove has been very intentional with everything that they do. So the reason that the power is on the front over there is because they found that when the plugs are on the back of the table there, they get filled with crumbs and break.
All it takes is one soda spilled and you're really messed up over here. So
yeah.
They're going to have free Wi-Fi, of course. So that's obvious, something that's essential nowadays. They're going to have some screens up here. And one of the things they pointed out is they don't want it to be like Times Square with advertisements of Coca-Cola and all that other stuff. So it's going to be some relaxing scenery while you're here in the lounge. So
And
nice to
there's
see that.
24/7 site presence or security. You did see the security personnel just sneaking out the room right there.
Yeah.
So there'll be someone on site for maintenance from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m., I believe, and then security the entire night. This is 24-hour.
And we didn't mention, but like the solar canopies are going to have lights, so it'll be a well-lit area as well. So that's fantastic to see. Vending machines, and it's not going to just be Snickers and a bunch of junk food and chips. They're actually going to have things like salads and other things like that. So that's why they will have forks and spoons and things that you can use to eat some of those healthier options. Even the water fountains, they thought to provide a water jug filling station as well. We don't need to go and show you the bathrooms, but we're going to show you the bathroom area. One of the things I really like about this is they're all ADA accessible. We went and took a peek inside one of them. They have the requisite area so that like if you have a wheelchair, you can get in and out. They're all gender. It's just basically easier to do it that way. A common area. So like if you need to wash your hands, you don't have to like wait for somebody to finish using the bathroom before you can wash your hands if you want to get like a snack or whatever. And they have a family bathroom back here, so they have a changing station. And something else that was pointed out is that from this area, I'm going to have Liv spin around, you can see all the cars charging. And so the whole idea is it's opened up this area, which means you're not going back into like a hidden area to go to the bathroom so that it's visible by everybody. It's like a very public area. Of course, you lock the door, you're all, got your privacy there, but it's just basically to keep things like nice and open and safe and secure. We have, of course, same thing as out there. We have some recycling, some trash here. Plus, for food waste and things like that, there's the organics trash here. And then we'll take a sneak peek in here. We won't go too far in here. This is a convenience store type area. And it's being operated by Gelson's. So if you are familiar with them, they are going to be the ones operating this.
And I'm switching because I'm super excited about this. They're legit gonna have sushi. Apparently, they brought the sushi on site for everyone to try it. So, charging station sushi, we're gonna come try it. That'll be here, this whole refrigerated area. So more that, like, even if you're not coming to charge, there'll be great food options, salads, fresh food, things like that. Should we do a quick tour?
We're going to just sort of take a breezed tour because as you can see, they're really setting things up. There's going to be like, I'm assuming like milk and eggs and things like that. So very nice options. A little bit of grocery things that you can pick up. They even have, as we notice, sriracha, which is hard to get. So they have it here.
Can you believe it? But some comments that we heard on our last video when we toured the Electrify America flagship in San Francisco was the need for healthier food options. That's something we see here. They're going to have salads in the vending machine. They're going to have fresh food here. And I think this is really cool. The next aisle over, they have like, what's this, like plantain chips and pistachios and seaweed and tempura and all sorts of like good, interesting options.
It's like an elevated convenience store.
Very much so.
One of the things that we always judge a convenience store on is like the coffee selections. They're going to have a very nice coffee machine that you can see in the back corner, as well as like added flavorings. They're going to have some pastries available as well, potentially from some local vendors. And of course, your typical like soda, your soda bottles and things toward the back. And if you do want some like power bars, all of those options you find in a normal convenience store. But for me, like, again, the biggest winner in all of this is the fact that they have this lounge over here, as well as like power. Makes it a very nice stop. This place is only about an hour from our house, which means it's not like a road trip stop for us, but I think it would be someplace, especially for us, there may be like we want to meet with somebody. We could say like meet us at the charging station. We could come in here. We have like a meeting. We could watch the cars charge. So hopefully we were even talking about like we may be able to do like a meetup here, and we have so many different charging options. It's going to be very easy to accommodate a lot of cars. Now we are in Southern California where there are a tremendous amount of EVs, and there is a lot of congestions at charging stations. What makes this one really so great is that there are 40 chargers. And like we said, we've talked with Rove over the past couple of years, and one of the things that they specifically did not want to do is come out and have like 4 stalls or 8 stalls. It's just completely saturated. And just looking at the economics of it, like you really need to have 40 stalls so that you have enough people coming in and using the convenience store and those other facilities for this to all make sense. And I really like this setup. I did ask about like, I know somebody's going to bring up like there's no pull through spots for charging. And really, like if you look at the layout, it's just common sense. Like if you put in some pull through spots, you would probably have to redesign the layout, might lose a couple of charging station stalls or lose the vacuum cleaners. So it doesn't really make sense in a pretty much urban area like this here in Santa Ana to put that in. But overall, this is just like a fantastic setup. As you know, we've done a lot of charging station stops, and we sort of have like this checklist that we talk about, whether it's ADA accessibility, squeegees, trash, food options, clean bathrooms. This is literally checking all the boxes. We're super excited to see this come online. And I know that we'll be using it, even though it's just really like an hour down the road from us. And I know a lot of people are going to be using this that don't have home charging. And that's where I think this is really going to be a benefit, because if you don't have home charging and you got to make that weekly stop or twice weekly stop, this is a perfect location because you can come in, you can charge, you can sit down, maybe answer a few emails before you go home, or you can pick up a couple of essential goods, have a nice little dinner or something like that. That's, you know, those little things that all of a sudden add up and make it so that your inconvenient charging stop is now something very convenient. So let's wrap it up with Liv. I want to get her input on it as well.
We're back outside. Okay, so a couple things. I love what Rove is doing, and they're being very, very intentional with the way that they've done everything. We saw them breaking ground a year ago. Unfortunately, we were out of town and couldn't attend it, but it's so cool to have seen the photos from literally like spades in the ground to this. And this wasn't haphazard. This was so on purpose. All of this was on purpose. And even when Patrick was mentioning there are enough chargers here for this urban area, they also are ready, prepared for lines. So they're going to have 2 people on the ground helping to deal with lines, to deal with the whole facility during the day, during peak hours and things like that, because they understand that it's really challenging as we're all getting used to charging. Like you guys know, it's very confusing when you go in lines. We've seen some really in-demand areas where it's like someone's parked, says some people online, who's waiting, where are you? So they're ready to deal with
and
it.
the people they're going to have on site are not just to help with the lines. That's going to be also to help people like understand like why their car isn't charging, or if their car is charging too slow. So it's really very cool, because we were all there. It's very easy to go like, oh my gosh, they're an idiot, they don't know how to charge. I know I was there. I know there's been a couple of times in the early days where I would plug in. I'm like, why isn't this working? Well, they're gonna have somebody to help out with that, and it's those are like huge things that are going to add up. And that's something that we've been saying is like sometimes it's the little details that you add that make something really, really good. And I think Rove is hitting like all of the right spots.
100%. I am so excited. I can't wait to release this video and see what you guys have to say, because we really want to hear your input and they want to hear your input too. So if there's something that you want to see, let us know. Because honestly, I wasn't even expecting weird sounds. But they have a gift card thing in the store, so you can buy gift cards, super useful. You can also buy greeting cards, also super useful. These are all things that I've wanted, like when I'm out and about and needed. The fact that there's a car wash, the squeegee thing, I mean, that's just a win right there. Sriracha, done.
And this isn't just a one-off location. They're focused, of course, on Southern California, but look out for them. They're on the move. If you have suggestions for them, this is the time to, we'll put links down to Rove Charging, but like give them suggestions if they're doing something wrong, if there's something that we haven't thought about. Like we're not all, 100% correct on everything. Everybody's willing to take input. Locations that they're going to be coming soon is going to be, we'll list those down below as well.
And if you really want them where you are, let us know. Like if there's a ton of you guys, maybe they'll be compelled to do it. Or maybe like someone else will be compelled to do it in your area. Whatever it is, I'm so excited. I'm excited that this is the start and we get to come here a lot because it's right where my prosthetist is. Also, it's very near to Disneyland. So I think
10 minutes.
10 minutes. So I think we're going to have a Mach-E's and Mickey's meetup here at Rove and then go to Disneyland. So if you're in the area with a Mach-E or Mach-E enthusiast, you should totally come. If you're a Ford EV enthusiast, if you're an EV enthusiast, whatever.
We can take any type of EV over there.
Any type of EV, come and go to Disney with us and have a great time. Let us know your thoughts and feelings. Thank you so much for joining us for this video in which we checked out Rove and their flagship before it even unveiled.
In Santa Ana.
In Santa Ana.
Put a link to how to find this place and their app and all of that good stuff.
Yay. A huge thank you to our patrons whose names are scrolling across the screen right now. We appreciate you guys so very, very much. Thank you also to our YouTube members. You will know them by the lightning bolt next to their name. And something that I'm remembering that we have to say in every video is if you are a Mach-E owner or a Mach-E enthusiast, do be sure to join the Mustang Mach-E Club of America at mustangmacheclub.org.
Yeah.
Hey, I got it. And on that note, just remember that whatever you drive and wherever you charge it, enjoy the ride. Bye.